Welcome back, everybody, to join us with Yogesh Patel once again. During our last video with Yogesh, where we were talking about how Yogesh holds down a busy full-time job as a GP family doctor, while working full-time with a young family, he's also a full-time property developer. Now, Yogesh alluded to the fact that he might be appearing on a TV show called Property Elevator, a dragon's den of property. So, Yogesh, how has it gone? Am I going to congratulate you at this point? What did it happen?
No, it went fantastically well. I don't know if you've seen the TV program yet, and so I basically had all the dragons eating out of my hand. They all wanted to loan me the money. They all wanted to be part of the deal. They all were quite quiet in the beginning. I was thinking, what's going on? But they all were competing with each other, and I had to pick. I really had to pick. I could have picked whoever I wanted, and yeah, I was really happy actually to get all 5 dragons to be interested to lend me money. Very happy.
Congratulations. I mean, that's a massive achievement. You basically got a full house. There's 5 angels, and all 5 made you an offer of investment, and you got to negotiate and pick with them the angels that you wanted to work with. Now, talk to me about the experience. I mean, what for other people out there who are considering going on Property Elevator, would you recommend putting themselves through that process? Was it a positive experience for you, or was it something that you go, hey, never again?
I absolutely loved it. I was on a big high afterwards, and I was on a big high when it all came out. And I think I'm planning to do it again if they accept me, and I find a good deal. I want to go again. That's how much I loved it. I don't want to give too many tips away because I'm a bit worried about you guys might become my competition. But I'll tell you some bits. Just do it. Is what probably I'd say. That it's a really simple application process. It's literally go to their website, maybe you can post a link later, and just fill out your name and address and something about the deal. Took me 2 minutes, and I thought, why not? Nothing to lose. And then they call you up and tell you, ask you a few more questions, and then they decide if you're going to be on or not. So it's simple to do. And I'll tell you what it forced me to do, because they picked me in the end to go on the TV show. And actually what happened is the deal I said I was going to pitch got sold without my knowledge. So I lost my deal. So I was panicking. This is a week before the TV show, by the way. Or 2 weeks, actually, 2 weeks. And so it forced me to find a new deal. I've never been on that much pressure before. It's either that or not go on a TV program. So I absolutely rang and emailed and WhatsApp everyone saying I've got a new deal, I've got unlimited money, and it was a very interesting exercise. But I found more than one deal probably through that exercise. That's an interesting exercise to go through when you're under pressure.
So there's a good little tip for everybody. Basically, put the word out with the whole of your network that you're looking for a deal or a transaction that meets criterion, and your network will actually feed you in those deals. So what was the project that you went on to the show with? And we'll insert some pictures here to show what it was.
Yeah, so it was, so I had a choice of a few deals. I picked this one because I thought the investors would be more keen on it. It was simple. It was in my area where I work. This is my doctor's surgery behind me that you can see. I'm actually in my office in Croydon, Crystal Palace. It was very local to me, so I knew that would be helpful if I got the deal. And it was an office, and I knew that there were permitted development rights where you can convert an office into residential flats or houses. And I knew that it wouldn't be that costly to convert it, and the planning should be straightforward. So I knew some of the dragons particularly like doing commercial deals, commercial residential deals. And I thought at least 1 or 2 of them be interested in that kind of thing. So that's why I picked it.
Superb. So you obviously had quite a good deal. I mean, I had a look through that beforehand, and it stacked. It was logical. It was easy. It was obvious to do. And you had the knowledge to to make that project or drive that project forward. So what did you do to prepare yourself? Because you've had 2 weeks to find a deal, write an investment pack, prepare a presentation, and go deliver it. What did you do that you can share as tips for people to actually get through that process?
Yeah, that was a bit stressful and a bit. I spent a lot of hours on the pack. So Helen particularly commented that she liked the pack, and coming from Helen, that's a huge compliment, I think. I must have spent 20, 30 hours on this pack, and with people's help, like yourself, you helped me quite a lot, to be honest. I got loads of photos, I got planning consultant in, I got builder's quotes, I did a lot of online research, looked up things like PTAL rating, which is transport links in the area. Got all that information in, got the numbers in, and I created kind of maybe 6 or 7 plans for this particular deal. So if they didn't like A, they could do B, or they didn't like B, they could do C. So I had things like buy and hold, buy and maybe do a lease option on it. So I put all of that data in. I put in my own experience, which I think gave a lot of credibility about whether I could perform or not. So a bit about me, a bit about the deal, and then I had a little bit of humour in the pack as well, which they said they liked. It did take a long time. I've never done an investor pack in my life. I think I'd like to outsource that job next time if I can. But that's the kind of bullet points of what I did. A lot of detail, a lot of numbers.
Yeah, and in terms of the presentation on the day, I mean, I've been fortunate. I've watched you do the presentation to the 5 angels, and to be blunt about it, you had them eating out of your hand from the word go. Now, I've watched all of the shows, and I haven't seen anybody have all 5 of the angels eat out of their hand. So what did you do to prepare to stand in front of them and make you seem relaxed, cool as a cucumber, and basically knock it out the park, not only with your pack, but the way you presented, the way you were on form, you knew your building regs, you knew your planning, you knew everything, and you had answers for everything, I think.
I think I practiced a lot in front of people. I did present that speech that you heard me say at least 10 to 20 times with different people, and I got everyone to critique me. It was a lot more wordy and a bit more vague before you saw the final version. So I think you needed to make it punchy for that to work. And I got a lot of people to ask me a lot of questions before the show, and I from that I worked out what I needed to know. And I think it's all about preparation. I'm not a natural speaker, believe it or not. Things don't come that naturally to me, but I force myself. I really put myself out of comfort zone, like people tell you to do. And I said, I want to make success. Even though I find it awkward, embarrassing, I said, whoever could listen to me, I got them to listen to me and ask me questions. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And I have some background knowledge. I've watched a lot of and done a lot of training on planning and building and development. So I kind of know the theory at least, and I've done some stuff similar to it.
Well,
before.
you've been doing stuff since 2002, so they described you as an experienced developer, and you certainly are. You've done development, you've done flips, you've got serviced accommodation and HMOs and single lets. So you are very experienced compared to a lot of other people. So don't put yourself down, Yogesh, at all. And I think that was one of the attributes that sort of made the angels warm to you, is you were very much, your personality came through on camera for me, because I know you reasonably well, and you came through very natural. You also put together a deal that showed you'd got some skin in the game, and you were not being unreasonable with your requests. The thing I did a dress rehearsal with you beforehand, and I did certainly put you out of your comfort zone doing that dress rehearsal in the middle of a building site, standing on a builder's trestle. So it made standing in front of 5 angels seem quite natural, having put you in a really awkward position. Now, that I think helps in terms of your securing 5 angels. But I'm interested to know, how do you whittle down 5 angels to choose ones that you will have investing or partners with you? Because that's a bit of a dilemma. I watched them fighting, and there was a right little bun fight going on between them. Well, I've got this experience and I've got that, and I'm like, oh, this is getting heavy.
To be honest, I didn't know who I wanted to pick at one point, because they all have their pros and cons. And Nicholas threw me a bit off, because he said about making 4 flats or even more flats. I said, oh, can you do that? And hadn't even thought of that. I thought that's quite smart. So really, I wanted to pick the person who I could work with and make the most amount of money from. And I was thinking long term as well. But then they could do that. So then they all became the same again. So I was thinking, well, who's going to give me the best deal? But there was one thing I was particularly interested in, I must admit, even from before, which is about being on YouTube and getting a bit more known out there. And out of the 5, I think obviously Ranjan's got his 35 or 40,000 followers on YouTube, and I think that's quite valuable if you want to make more connections and work with more people. So in the end, I got Ranjan to agree that on camera, and so you have to commit to that now. And I want to meet more people. I want to work with more people. It makes me happy to do that. So that's what it was, him and Paul, of course.
Yes.
I'd rather have 2 than 1, because 2 experienced people is better than 1.
Yeah, no, you get a breadth of experience that's different from both partners.
Paul is brilliant with finance and end values and selling things. He is really, really. They're both, Ranjan and Paul, are really. I've got to know them since, because we're working together, and they're nice, friendly guys, easy to work with, honest, so helpful. I'm very pleased.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I'm so over the moon for you, because that's a really good follow-up story to our prior interview, and what a real brilliant outcome for you. So from the looks of it, you and your partners are set to make a reasonable profit on the project.
Yeah.
That makes it worth everybody's time, worth everybody's effort, and you're going to also get a phenomenal amount of experience and exposure too. I mean, since appearing on the show, has anything else happened to you, or is life just back to normal as a family GP?
So my phone's gone crazy. Got a zillion WhatsApp messages. I haven't been able to call everyone back that wants to talk to me. I've had people I've not talked to for years message me. It's amazing. I think because a lot of it's gone out on LinkedIn. I haven't even posted any of this on my own social media yet. I thought I couldn't cope, so I was going to leave that till later. I don't think even some of my family don't even know about it yet. So I'll see what happens when I post it in their groups. But yeah, I definitely had a lot of people and just congratulating me, which I really like. I thank everyone for that. It's very powerful, and I'm hoping that I can do much bigger things. If anyone has a deal I can present in March, then let me know, message me, because if we could do something together, that'd be good. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing which social media will help you do is find those deals, and you prove that when you lost the first deal that you were going to present 2 weeks before.
Yes, and also I've had a lot of people, other investors, other than the 5 angels, come to me and say, look, you should have given me this deal. I would have funded it for you if you told me about it. So there are a lot of people who are willing to invest with you once they trust you, I think, or know about you even. So that's very powerful. So yes, if people got deals and people got money, then do message me. I'll try and connect everything together and make it work.
Brilliant. Well, that is such a positive story, and it's really nice to do such a really great follow-up on somebody who is such a busy person. And I really value you sharing or stealing some time from your hectically busy schedule to share this with everybody, because I know just how busy GPs are and how long the hours are, especially during all this COVID-19, well, second lockdown situation. You're crazily busy. So big respect. And if you haven't seen Yogesh's first video where he shares some of his top tips on how he manages to hold down a busy job, a young family, and a full-time development career, then I suggest you get over to that other video and watch it, and you too could be like Yogesh. And any final tips for everybody? Put you on the spot a little with that one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. No, I mean, honestly, if you want to do something, I've never been high profile or a public guy, to be honest. In fact, if you'd asked me 3 years ago, I would have been scared to post anything on Facebook or LinkedIn. I think I want to keep everything private and secret. And I remember having this conversation with people about being scared. But look at the benefits I'm getting from being so public. And now all those things I was worried about, I don't even know what I was worried about, I've forgotten, but it's just not worth worrying about. The benefits you're going to get is going to far outweigh any person knowing about your stuff or anyone critiquing you, all that negative things you think might happen. So yeah, if you're feeling like that, because I felt like that a few years ago, just get over it. Post something on Facebook, do something a little bit, and you'll see the benefits.
Yeah, take action, small steps, build momentum into slightly larger steps, which then lead to appearing on Property Elevator. I mean, Yogesh, huge congratulations. I mean, you've knocked it out the park. I believe in the last series, you were the only person that got all 5 angels wanting to invest in your project. That is a testament to you and your preparation, your detail, and your thoroughness. Well done. You really deserve the applause of everybody out there. So drop a comment and congratulate Yogesh below. I'm sure Yogesh, if he manages to find 2 minutes in his heavy schedule, will reply to you. Yogesh, thank you very much for joining us today. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from Yogesh.
Thank you very much, and thank you for letting me come on this on this interview, because your time's valuable too. So I appreciate that too, and thanks for all your help again.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.